we do want to say, because that's who we are, that's who Poor Magazine is. We're the media of the people, the poor people led, indigenous people led, and I can't BS. So today I'm a little bit not as excited as I should be, and I'm trying to stand up and be up, but I came from Iris Canada's eviction, and so when we do our prayer, I want us to hold her in our hearts, because as we know, the struggle continues every day in America KKK, right? So the Sheriff's Department did a criminal act against a black elder in Black History Month, right? Right? In the Phil No Mo, gentrification city. So we're going to be holding her in our heart, and we're going to be resisting and fighting every day, because that's what we all do. Can I get a witness? Every day. Power to the people! So that said, we always start everything in a good way. I'm going to let my brother Motiado introduce our prayer.
All right. Beautiful, just it's a blessing to be here with all you beautiful folks. And this month's a little bit tough for me, but I have no idea how to bring it down, so I'm leaving it like that. Just like my sister, excited to be here 21 years, also to be celebrating the book release of some of our authors, 2017. I want to start by also saying and acknowledging, the beautiful people who took their time, who volunteered their time to do beautiful bomb-ass food that they just, I hope everybody's got a little taste. I also want to thank the people who provided rides for some of those folks who don't have transportation, and all the folks who set up the room, the people who came here and sometimes don't get a thanks or recognition. We know the work that all of us do, and so we appreciate it, because without you guys, none of this could be happening. And so next up, we're going to bring an elder who is a lonely elder, Corrina Gould, and she's going to start us up in the good way, recognizing the lonely people, which are also is the land that we're standing on. So Corrina Gould.
Like that? Like that.
Oh, all right.
Good evening, relatives. I'm so blessed and honored to be a part of Poor Magazine and Poor Family and Decolonize and all of the things that are happening that are good. And I want to offer this prayer for all of us. I want us to bring our ancestors into this room that we bring with us all the time. And for me, it's like we really need to think of that the struggle that we're going through, that the things that are happening right here, that the things that happened in the last 21 years is because our ancestors created these miracles for us. Yes. Right? Yes. And these miracles we're going to ask these ancestors to come into this room tonight and to continue their miracles, to continue to give us the strength to do the work that Poor has always done. And we're going to continue to do this work. And I want to also uplift all of these things that we're going to need. In the next 4 years, people are starting to feel this bad thing. Over the last couple of weeks, every single day, something stupid has been going on. Right? Yes. But we've got to think, those people that bring us poetry and music and artistry, those people that bring us comedy, that make us laugh, those bands that was like up here that made us want to move, that made us want to celebrate, creating celebration spaces like this so that we can remember the work, that it's a good thing that we're doing together as community. So when we pray together, I want us to think about all of those things as well as we bring in our ancestors tonight. So I'm going to say a prayer. Grandmothers and grandfathers, Creator, thank you for this evening. Thank you for this beautiful life that you're giving us. Thank you for all of the wonderful miracles that you have created here to bring us all together. I ask that you continue to help us to bring all of our ancestors from all four directions into this room tonight. Help them to continue to hold us up from below, hold us up from behind, from the sides, from above, and from in front of us. Help us to realize that we are not alone, and that we have these happy times of celebration, and that we're grateful for these things, that we can come together and celebrate. Thank you so much for all of those people that had this vision, for Mama Dee, for Tiny, for all of the poor families that came together to create this wonderful work. Help us to continue to do this work in good ways. Help us to be good human beings. Help us to come to this place, these places that we go, with good hearts. Help us to not feel too tired all the time.
Yes.
We ask you, thank you. We thank you for all of these good things. We ask that you go into the hearts of those that are having a hard time right now, and that you lift that up a little bit. Help us to feel that heaviness a little less. Ask that you take care of those that are sick right now, those that are cold and hungry, that you take care of those folks right now, that you help us as human beings to remember our brothers and sisters that are human beings as well. We ask that you remind our brothers and sisters that are behind the walls that they are not alone, that they feel that they have camaraderie, that there are people outside here that love them and pray for them. We pray, grandfathers and grandmothers, for the next 7 generations, for those yet to come, for those little ones that are coming onto this world, that we as human beings come together to create a better world for them. We thank you for the rain, sending the rain and washing these things away that are bad right now, and creating this space for good things to grow. We ask for special blessings for the elder that was tossed out, that she finds comfort, that we are able to come together as a community to make sure her last days are good. We ask for special blessing for our relatives, the whales, those 400 that came ashore in New Zealand yesterday, that they find their way home. We ask that we learn from these things are our brothers and sisters that have no voice. I ask that our brothers and sisters that are still coming here get here safely, and that we enjoy each other tonight, and that we go from this place and get home to our loved ones with light hearts and goodness. Oh, oh, oh. Oh.
So again, as we do everything, we walk humbly on Mother Earth as multi-nation, multicolored, multi-generation folks, poor people, unhoused people, disabled people, indigenous peoples, elders, youth, and everything in between. To start tonight out in a good way, after the beautiful prayer from Corrina, we're also going across Mother Earth to the continent to ask Sauda and Sochi to come up and bring prayer from the Ifa tradition.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having us. And I want to say congratulations, Poor Magazine. And even more than that, from my heart, thank you, Poor Magazine. Thank you for all your work. In our tradition, one of the things that we are taught from our elders is that any existence in the universe will manifest largely dependent on 3 things. One is its purpose, or destiny. The second is legs, or the effort that thing puts into its own life. And the final thing is character. And I just wanted to say a few things about this in relation to Poor Magazine. I think Poor Magazine, a lot of times we come into the world and as humans, we don't actually really know what our purpose is, so we kind of flail around a lot of time just trying to figure out why we're here. And I think with Poor Magazine, their purpose is so clear, and they're so clear about living their purpose. Every day, the clarity is there. Legs, effort, well, I think Poor Magazine has legs like those bicyclists who compete in the Olympics. You know, they have thighs that are this big and calves that are this big because the work you do. I mean, I'm watching the slideshow, I look at the table every time, you know, I see you on the news, Facebook, everywhere, and that the young people, your youth scholars, already have these really muscled legs, and they're doing really good work. So you're passing that down, and it's beautiful. And the final thing is character, which I think is sometimes the hardest thing to to get a hold of, especially when we don't live in a world where that's generally a question. You know, you go away for a while, you come home, and our families don't generally say, how's your character development going today? But Poor Magazine, and I've known Tiny and Poor Magazine maybe about a third of the time they've been in existence, 8 years maybe, and I've always been struck at how deeply, deeply grounded the leadership and the organization is in doing the right thing in the right way, and always trying to do that with character. And that's a really difficult thing to do, particularly when you're finding yourself fighting for rights and fighting against things, because the rules of engagement that were normally taught around fighting involve pretty bad character, and that's not what Poor Magazine has done. So I want to say thank you for that, and thank you for giving that to the young people. We're going to say a couple of prayers. I'm just going to say a real quick prayer to Oli Orisha for Poor Magazine, and then Sauda's going to do a song and a pouring of libations for the ancestors. So, and as I say this prayer, I'm going to be pretty specific to Poor Magazine, but as Poor Magazine brings all the world in together and then goes out and touches the world, the prayers ripple out in that way too. I pray for Poor Magazine that they will continue to have all the guidance that they need from the elders, from the spirits, from the ancestors, so that they may continue to get all the support, all the resources, all that they need to continue their work and to hopefully make their work no longer needed as far as housing, as far as economic justice, as far as the elimination of racism, and all of the other injustices that Poor Magazine is dealing with. I like to say a prayer to Eshu, that Eshu, you open the roads for them, that you close the door on any violence or blockages that they may have as they move forward, that you particularly bless KSU 96.1. I pray to Obatala that you help them to rise to the top of the mountain that they are building, and that you bless their school in particular. I pray to Yamaya that you bathe them in your waters, that you help those who did not have a good experience or have any experience with being well-mothered, find a way to get that healing for themselves. Those who are mothering in all the various ways that we mother have the wisdom, the support, and the tools to mother well. I pray to Shato Kabiosile that you teach them how to be really good warriors for justice, that you bring the principles of excellent fatherhood forward in this organization. I pray, Oshun, as your sweet, sweet waters come down and all this rain, that you make that land that they're living on fertile, so that they may grow food that they need, they may build all the houses that they build, that they may continue to water their relationships with sweetness, with love, with really, really deep integrity. And I'd like to say a prayer to Olokum, the very, 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 very deep waters, the things that we don't even know are possible. Let those things rise out and surprise them each and every day. Ashe.
Hello, everyone. It's a great night to celebrate Poor Magazine. So thank you for having me here. So I'd like for everyone to say, Moju Ba'o, love and respect to you. So we're going to sing a song. I'm going to first pour libations. I have my plant here, and I just want to invite in our ancestors, those ancestors who have been at the forefront of all of our movements for justice. And so I want to pour libation to ask them to be with us here tonight. As we remember them, we continue to move forward. And so the song that we're going to sing is going to give you an opportunity to call in either your ancestors that you really, that you really respected and that really sit with you and are with you, or ancestors that may not be related to you by blood, but whose life and whose work you really take a lot of meaning from. And so we're going to sing the song together, and it's just Moju Ba'o, love and respect to you. And as we're doing that, we're tapping our left foot on the ground. So it's like calling the ancestors, and everyone is going to sing at the same time, and you're going to call out the name of the ancestors that you'd like to call out. Moju Ba'o, love and respect to you. Dolores Birch. Moju Ba'o, love and respect to you. 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 Gilbert Birch. Moju Ba'o, love and respect to you. 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 And then what we do this 3 times. We say Egon Reo, which is ancestors bring blessings. So we say Egon Reo, Egon Reo, Egon Reo, Egon Reo, Egon Reo, Egon Reo, Ashe.
So, where are poets at? Woo!
Over here, poets hell! Poets hell!
That's right.
I'm so broke, somebody robbed me, they gonna be practicing. Seriously. What about my legs, Tony?
What about the feedback?
Woo! I think this should go to the shortest person.
Yeah, that would be me, right?
So again, this is a Poor Boys Project, a Poor Magazine. Woo! And again, as poets, activists, we use the word, the poetry, to speak about the oppression, but also to speak about the resilience of our people. So with that, I'm going to pass it to each of the poets, and here we go. We can start with Leroy Moore. Leroy!
I'm a black cripple. Poor Magazine is not no non-profit. It's a way of living. Pass it on down. It's not a 9 to 5. It's the way of living. From the elders to the youth. Ha ha ha. I'm a black cripple. Passing the mic to my brothers and sisters.
Who am I? Who am I? I am that black woman that I am, who's celebrating my deliverance, liberation, and freedom from the broken chains of lies and deceit.
QUEENNANDI. Miss Queen Nandi, as the Shaka Zulu, culture of my eye. Born in the USA, not by choice, but by force of interception of my culture. Born and raised in San Francisco. Super baby mama, 3 girls. Ashe Carol X, that's my mama. Now see, she be busting guns and she's alive right now, throwing down. Beautiful Muslim Panther woman, you, Ashe. But I am the sister they call Queen Nande. And every day is Black History. And my back hurts from that short microphone.
All right. Super baby mama, no kind of drama, formerly houseless, but soon to be houseless again from fuck KKKK shit. Vivian T on the scene with Poor Magazine for 11 years, strong and solid. Peace, power to the people. I be her, she be you. I be Lady Blue, mother, daughter, teacher, scholar. We are here, we have arrived. Liberation is when I look in your eyes.
I am Bellamar Trees, bang bang, not a gang. You might see me, Frisco fame. See me in Oakland, yeah, doing my thing. Me, I offend thee. What do you mean I'm politicking with the politics does and looking for my reparation and will take my respect like a Mr. Bella.
Muteado silencio presente y me alegro. Mis palabras son mi bala, mi lápiz es mi arma. Muteado silencio. My words are my bullets, my pen is my gun. So sit back and relax, cause we're gonna drive by your minds.
I am a poverty scholar, that houseless mama, that houseless daughter. I am a poverty scholar and I'm always in struggle for $1. I am a poverty scholar, all the people you don't want to see, never want to be, look away from me. What you gonna do, arrest me? I'm in your city. I am a poverty scholar and I usually rock my jailhouse attire because me and my poor mama did jail time just trying to stay alive in this house. I am a poverty scholar, the melanin-challenged daughter of a strong Black Indian mama for without whom there would be no me, a mama soltera and a welfare queen. And I do want to say tonight I'm repping my newest persona, special guest of the Cracker in Chief. So my new persona is Conscious the Cracker, Connie for short, and I'll be seeing you at the big tire car shows and the rodeos and the parking.
That was the Poor Press Project, and we're gonna have him back later on. So thank you so much.
So now, let's bring it up you and okay.
Coming for you.
And I'm gonna keep it short, because I think all of us know what Poor Magazine and Poor Magazine is about. As for some of you guys don't know, Poor Magazine is a poor people-led, indigenous people-led, multi-ethnicity, multi-generational, and like my brother Leroy said, this is not a 9 to 5, this is a way of life. You know, one of the things that I came to Poor Magazine is that it was the people, the impacted people, the people they call the clients, right? The people who stand in the welfare lines, the people who stand in the immigration lines are the ones who lead in this organization. And again, it's a blessing to be here. So I'm gonna pass it also to Leroy if you want to say a little more, maybe?
Yeah, well, we're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit more about Poor Magazine. Poor Magazine has started a lot with nothing, and we keep on starting a lot with nothing. We started Poor Poets, we started the Decolonized Academy, we started Homefulness, all of that with no grants, but love from the community. We started our radio station And it's going to take all of you to make it happen. From the radio station to the school to Poor Magazine. It's going to take you, not funders, of course not the politicians, but you. So come down to Deep East Oakland and support. You know, we're building homelessness right now. So support it with your hands.
So we're going to call up the youth scholars of Decolonized Academy to talk about Decolonized Academy! Before there was Decolonized Academy, there was Family Project, the Poor Magazine. I want to call out my sister Juma, who's not in the room, but who started it with me when we both had our children, and they were only this, they were like puppet size. And we realized as welfare mamas, as welfare queens, which we also started them, small W, capital Q, that we needed to actually continue the project of intergenerational, not ageist separatist crap that they teach you in a capitalist system, but that all of us come together, and there's no way to have liberation unless all of us are together. Yes. So we have our babies, we also have our teacher, Mama Blue, we have Patrick, we have Nancy, Marley, Mama Nandi, we have our mamas, Audrey. Come on up, everybody. Show your beautiful self. I want to call out Uncle Bruce and Kathy. And without whom there would be no Poor Magazine. I want to call out every Dr. Loco who would not be here. I wouldn't be here without his powerful raza, powerful ritmo. I want to call out all the other folks in the room, Anthony, and so many more, for without whom there would be no us. So we're just getting started, but I want some of the youth scholars, we don't need to speak for them, they can definitely speak for themselves. Yeah. Come on now, Corrina, Tivo, you want to start?
Come on, Tivo!
My name is Tivo, and I'm part of the Decolonized Academy. First of all, I just want to thank you all for coming out here, because it's really hard to get out here sometimes if you live in San Francisco, if you live in different places. The Decolonized Academy is basically about, it's a school that it supports young people and gives them a voice for themselves. It teaches us how to speak for ourselves, just like my mom and all the people at Poor Magazine taught themselves how to talk for themselves.
That's right.
And so we're learning how to do that, and also in the process we're learning all kinds of different stuff that they teach you at public schools, but it's more advanced. Like we're learning art from Teacher Patrick, which is right over there, he's right over there, and we're also learning herbal medicine from Teacher Nancy, who is somewhere in the room, and construction from Mutialo. And I would name everybody, but that would take too long. But I'm just gonna give a shout out to all the teachers who are teaching us all kinds of cool stuff.
My name is Zaire, and Decolonized is a school where they teach you the truth. They don't sugarcoat it. I'm learning really cool stuff like math from zoos, and it's a really good school.
All right.
My name is Tristan, and Decolonized Academy is about helping people that don't have things that we do, and I'm 8 years old. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Amir, and I'm 13 years old. And Decolonized Academy is about we feed the community, and we tell the truth, no lies, and we do construction because we want to help the poor people to get houses.
Hi, my name is Corrina. I'm 11 years old, and I'm here with my fellow students and teachers and uncles and mamas.
Come on, Corrina.
And Decolonized Academy is about
us teachers and mom is teaching us stuff that they don't teach in a man's school.
That's right.
And we feed the people on Thursdays, and we learn cool stuff. Yeah, it's good.
All right. And Dayani wants to say something? Hi, my name is Dayani and I'm 12 years old. The College Academy is where you love and respect each other, like we're all my fellow students and friends and teachers, and all uncles and mothers, where you learn. All right. Any other youth scholars or teachers want to say anything? Mama, Gould, want to say anything?
So, check.
This one.
Come into the light.
So I want to give a little brief testimony about coming into parenting and having the desire in my heart to homeschool. Before I had my son, I have a 4-year-old son. His name is Amin-Ra. He's also a student at Decolonize Academy. And I had the desire to homeschool. I didn't want to send him to daycare. I didn't want to put him into mainstream education. I wanted to give him a liberated education. And my cousin, Utopia, was like, I have the perfect resource for you. She says, I need you to go and I need you to talk to Tiny and Muteado in East Oakland, and they are doing the very thing that you talk about doing. I am now, this is our 2nd year being a part of this amazing family and community. Everything that they don't do in the man's school, we do at Decolonize Academy. And there's this piece that I want to make mention to. Mental health for our children in the climate of the world that we are living in is important. What we teach them in their home, they go out and translate into the rest of the world. What are you teaching?
That's right. That's right. Decolonize Academy!
I want to tell everybody that these youth scholars have created their own action that they're going to do on Tuesday at the Federal Building. It's launched the love for Muslims, migrantes, and Mama Earth and our water. Please show up and support them. Federal Building, 7th and Mission at 2 p.m. And let's just say there might be a little other thing going on there too. Decolonize Academy!
For some of you guys who have no idea what is homefulness, we're going to break down a little bit of what is homefulness in the stages that we're on in terms of the building. So here's Sister Quinandi.
Hello. Homefulness is the opposite of homelessness. That's what it is. Homefulness is the solution to poor people's resolution. Not to put up navigation centers to navigate a person from bad to worse. Or SROs that's infested with bed bugs. And the bugs be sit up there with them Satan's cockroaches. That's not housing. Housing is not looking down upon somebody that's in need and calling them a client and acting like you're doing them a favor by treating them less than human. That's not doing nobody no favor. Oh, you only get GA, what do you expect? I expect to be treated like a human being on Mother Earth and Father Sky, you dig? Because those are the basic human rights. Our housing, our education, our health care, the well-being of our children, our climate. Because my mother told me this was gonna happen a long time ago. You don't take care of Mother Earth, she gonna flush you. And all y'all women should know, because we flush. Don't mess with Mother Nature, okay? Because it's gonna be flushing. And we build our own housing. We don't like to get straw bales, something that won't break down with a 3-second earthquake. You know, get some straw bale housing, get the land, liberate the land for the people. We don't need Lennar, and they in Cambodia too. You know that? Lamar over there in Cambodia. I'm about to go over there. You don't say colonizing the world. That's not the answer. The dollar bills with slave masters on it. That never was our monetary system from the gate. Just like the whole concept of what homefulness is was our concept from the gate. We build our own houses, liberate Mother Nature. We'll take care of her. They don't give a damn. They sit up here putting oil pipelines, and I don't, oil pipelines, really? They done already killed the water. It ain't no what if. Once them pipes touch that water, once you touch that sacred land, it's done. You done violated her. And then you get to sit up here crying about how your flight get canceled because you want to go to New York City and shake your rump. Always, you better pay attention to Mother Nature. That's what you need to do. Pay attention, respect your parents. That's what homefulness is all about. And housing each other and loving each other and taking care of our elders. And me and Mutiana gonna have a little sweat lodge too. But you know, that's what it's all about. To obey the laws of Mother Nature. And that's the house folks. And that's real. So we going for homefulness all over the universe. So watch out.
So just quickly, the way it happens is that throughout the 16 years, we have done workshops. Even my sister Tanya is going to talk a little bit more, where we actually taught folks with raising class privilege about the stolen resources, how that's so real, how all of these lands were stolen from the Native American, from the First Nation people, and so we helped them decolonize and also help them, find their own selves, but also to support real projects happening in the community. So with the help ourselves, because we also know that all of us, just like we build roundhouses, just like we build teocalis, which is called pyramids, we come from people that know how to build. Unfortunately, this country, the white man has put it that you need an architect license, and you need all this paperwork to be able to build. And so we were able to work with some conscious architects. Long story short, after years of going back and forth with the city, we finally have the approved plans where we can start building homefulness from the city of Oakland. And just a little, just a little. And don't get intimidated. I myself had no idea what these lines are either. Doesn't matter, because those are just, these are what the real, so it's going to be 4 little townhouses being built right there on 82nd and Montmartre Deep East Oakland. And so right now we're working actually on building the utilities, setting up everything to get ready to start building that foundation this summer. So yes, we're walking the talking. Thank you.
Just to get really real about this stuff too.
About how we open it with asking.
Yeah, the first thing we did before we even thought about involving ourselves in the Black Arthur community was to ask Corrina and Luta and other of our Ohlone relatives for their prayer, for their permission to be on this stolen indigenous territory. After we came out of that, we went through a whole series of ceremonies, along with Sochi and Sauda and Loa and Fuifui and other parts of the nation of Mother Earth, so that this would not be just about this small little piece of Mother Earth on Black Arthur, but this would be about a template for change all over Mother Earth. And so what we're doing is, right now we're working with Manna from Heaven, who's a Black-led group of elders in North Oakland getting gentrified out of their church food program to start a homefulness there. We're working with encampments in West and East Oakland to have their other homefulness. We're working with folks in LA and Salinas and perhaps in Detroit and folks in Cambodia, because homefulness is all over the world. It's an idea that Mother Earth cannot be bought and sold and pimped and played, and that we've got to actually decolonize our minds from the idea that Mother Earth should be owned. And if we really take ourselves out of that lie, we can actually start the real truth of loving each other. That's how we're doing. So I want to call up our sister Viv, my sister and welfare queen and a powerful super baby mama, a poet, to introduce the Poor Press Project, because this is also the Poor Press Book Release Party! And you can see, we don't have a lot of time and a lot of money, so we squish everything into one night. What's Poor Press about?
All right, everybody. Well, Poor Magazine, Homefulness, and all of that, we are a lot of things, a variety of different facets of all art, literature, music, and activism, but like real downright, like holding it down and keeping our community sound. Poor Press is a project that we've been doing for some years now, about like what, like about 12 years, something like that. About, huh?
Since 2003.
Since 2003, we've been publishing small books, and what we do is we got folks that come through and they write a small book, and these books actually get published and put on our site online, and people can actually buy them in the community. I've been one of the instructors for the Poor Press program since 2006, and I wrote my book, Super Baby Mama and the Life of One Poor Mama in America, KKK. And, you know, we got a lot of folks, you know, that like Aunti came through when he was real young, and he did a real prolific book. We got some new publications out, and we're going to talk a little more about that here in a minute. But we're still rolling strong. We got Los Viajes, you know, Tiny published her book, Criminal Poverty. We rolling strong, and we are about telling our stories from our perspective. The first person from our heart about us. We speak on us, by us. So just want to say, Leroy, you going to come forward and introduce?
Yeah, I want to say that, you know, Poor Press is not like Corner West, you know. It's not like Trevor Smiley. That last election, it was two black, wealthy men did a poor tour, you know, a book about poor people. So Poor Magazine is not that. It's not academics. It's not somebody talking for us. It's poor people talking about our lives.
That's right.
So we need to really take back the voices from academia.
Yes.
And from these scholars that go around the world getting paid big money to talk about our stories.
That's right.
So, a couple things. We need to give a proper welcome to the 2017 Poor Press authors. Marquise Cameron, Aunti Francis, D. Allen, come on up. Come on up. And so they're read a piece from their book and show you their beautiful books, and we're gonna have, we're gonna give them proper love. Go ahead.
All right. Come on, D.
Make some noise for D. Allen.
From page 42 of Stormwater, Poems, 2012 to 2016. This is called La Mesha. African youth in psychological crisis. Shot in front of the Metreon. SF police, the perpetrators, grieving over his death, would have broken any parent, but not La Mesha. Pride of the Spanish Basque Country, she sought the ones responsible, made them accountable for their brutality upon black humanity. Racial justice crusade that began with obtaining it for her only son. Now she helps other families heal from their losses of beloved ones due to the violence of the state that continues to hate us all. That was called La Mesha for Mesha Gonzalez, who will be honored here tonight.
Give it up for D. Allen! A proud member of the Pro Poets as well.
If you like what you just heard out of this book, there's copies of Stormwater at the table.
Please keep him out. He's also a land liberator and hopefulness, one of the first families that moved in to the landless people movement because he was being gentrified out of his housing, and that's what we is. We're housing for us poor people. So I want to call up the amazing, wonderful, fabulous Martrice Candler. Come Martrice!
Of course, you know, I'm tardy for everything. So, I'm very nervous. So you guys better edit that out. So what I'm gonna do is just recite the poem I remember. Here's my book. So it's the Poet's Promise. And my promise is to be dope, which is raw and uncut. And as you see, you know, I'm dope. So I'm about to do the poem I remember. Y'all making me nervous. Hey yo, your skin, that's what I'm saying. I'm just super nervous. Okay. Boom, boom. I know it is. I'm in East Oakland. Your skin is unblemished to me. Stretch marks around your biceps is body decoration. They take you up 2 notches from the average nigga, I feel it, and make you more exquisite. Hey yo, your scars and your tattoos are hieroglyphics. Provoke questions pertaining to your personal history, your existence. I'm about to ask you questions because I believe you're not stereotypically just a nigga. These are just visual artifacts of how you been living. Cause you been shot like Tupac by niggas on your block trying to rock. While your moms and pops were smoking rocks. No tears, you were thugging, hugging the block. You were thugging, hugging the block. You were thugging, hugging the block. Caught the bus home after you were shot. No ambulance, no cops, no tuition. This is a school of hard knocks. This poem's a pilot, reiterating your plot. OGs gave you powder packs, you hid them in your tube socks. Fresh on the block, first at the beanery line, order a pizza for you and your hungry partner. Your clothes made you poverty's child, no fashionista. Your clothes made you poverty child, no fashionista. My clothes make me poverty's child, no fashionista. Bus stop fights where your boy's feelings is not being honored, so his ego's taking flight. No hawks to teach him how to truly fly. Gravitational pulls yank him back to the ghetto. Gravitation pulls yank us back to the ghetto, kick us out the ghetto. Gravitational pulls yank us back to the ghetto. You squares think you better, so I'm squares beware, bruh. Magnifying glass on a boy whose skin is the color of rich soil, believing what the media say will destroy you. I'm a black woman, though lighter in shade, understand your turmoil. Animated chocolate, your skin is exotic. Come on, let's do that. Animated chocolate, your skin is exotic. Hey. Animated chocolate, your skin is exotic. Fuck it. Animated chocolate, your skin is exotic. So say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, the richer from the soil from which that blackberry grew. You the truth, nigga, God made you. Black power. Thank you, guys.
Okay, we want to make sure we got a group shot of the 2017. So last but definitely not least, Aunti Frances Moore! Come on with it.
What's up, everybody? All power to the people. I said all power to the people. 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 There's power in the people. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the journey, the struggle of writing this little book here. It took a village. It took all of my people to pull me, literally get me up out of the bed, knock on the door, drag me down the stairs. And I'm telling you, just before the book was published, I had about 2 pages done. But anyway, together, together we did it. We did it. But it talks about, my struggles in the beginning years, and this is only volume 1 because I'm 61 years, so 61 years of struggle. So this talks about before I was a revolutionary. But anyway, I just glanced through the book and I picked out Grandma and my grandpa because they're the ones who were my surrogate grandparents. My mother had problems with carrying me and providing for me, so they gave me away when I was 6 weeks or either 6 months, one of those two. But my grandparents taught me, and I was able to feel and experience the real feeling of unconditional love. Yes. So it was, I'm gonna read this. My mom gave me away at 6 years old, but this is what the scene was. Sitting on the couch, just us 3, the beautiful trinity. Love, kisses, and simple conversations was enough for me. Just us 3. Lawrence Welk and Shirley Temple, that was their favorite show on the couch. Just us 3. So sewing and crocheting, she taught me Saturday, me and my grandpa shopping. Thrown out vegetables behind the back of the store taught me the importance of being frugal. Thank you.
Beautiful book. That's what's up.
We need y'all money.
Oh yeah.
We do. Flying scale.
2017 Corrina!
And if you don't know, now you know. So I just want to say something too, that Poor Press is an extremely hard project. And when Sister Viv came up here, and when Mama Francis talked about it takes a village to raise a book, with us poor people, getting shit done is a struggle.
Yeah.
Going from one day to the next is a struggle.
Yeah.
But getting an entire book project done, oh my God. So, as my brother Leroy said, we're not the voiceless, we have a voice. We just need to be heard. So the bottom line is when we do this project, it's an extreme amount of work. It costs a lot of blood-stained dollars for us to do it. Beautiful cats like Diallo and Leland and Vivian and so many more folks. Actually, Teacher Nancy helped this time. Basically to actually get a lot of our words and our ideas onto paper. We suffer with, not even suffer. We are dominated by linguistic dominators, which means that if we write in our flowetry and our poetry, sometimes people say, I don't understand you. When we are fluid in Ebonics and Creole and Pidgin and all the ways that we create language out of our own, but we want to reach across that divide. So we ask our friends to help us with those linguistic domination skills, and we get folks to help us with the copy editing. But all that to say, we do need your help. And if you could kick down a little bit to make this project possible, we already have a wait list for the next Poor Press class, and we want to be able to put it out, and we need to support people, and nobody's doing the lie of volunteerism. So please kick it down. We're still on the bloodstained dollars, so whatever you can do to support, and the powerful work in these books is real. I do also want to say a disclaimer. We just started working with the corporation a little bit, just a little bit in the printing piece of it, aka, what is it, Amazon? And I say that only to say, because we used to do it all in-house, but our printer broke. And we couldn't get another grant because no grant pimps will give our crazy ghetto scholar, you know what's, money, and we don't want it anyway. But anyway, so we started working with them only to the extent of the printing. And I say that with no shame because that's the only way we could get them done. The reality is they don't tell us what to do or what to say or what to be. But we didn't know exactly how to navigate those digital streets yet. So there's a little bit of a glitch in D. Allen's beautiful book, and so instead of just his normal-sized book, he has Stormwater the magazine. I know, and so now maybe it's a new trend, and then we all make magazines. So anyway, support them, buy them, and please order them. Poormagazine.org. Thank you, everybody!
We finally, after filling up an application that was about 500 pages long with the FCC, yes it was this thick, it's a 500 page. We were able to, with so much struggle, with so much sweat and tears, this year, we're actually going to be launching 96.1 FM KEXU. And so next up, we're going to have a little mock-up, a little theater of the poor with the DJs, Leroy Moore and Tiny, who's going to be presenting the Resistance Award.
We can't sit down because the mic doesn't sit down, so we'll pretend that we're sitting down. Pretend we're sitting down and pretend we're in a studio.
Here. And pretend that they have these earphones on.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, so, and now we're back up again. Welcome to Poor News Network on KEXU 96.1 corners to your backyard. So we're, our next part of the night is the Resistance Award that me and Leroy started with Junebug and all the poets.
And D.
And D.
And Mama.
And Mama D back in 1999, 2000.
99.
2000.
99.
So all that to say, when we were doing this 21st anniversary, which has been really, really hard for us in some ways, we knew that we had to do a Resistance Awards. And we want to restart it again for every year because, can I get a witness for all the Resistance heroes in the room? Yes. Every one of you are Resistance conscious heroes! All power to the people! So we want to keep honoring these powerful Resistance Award winners, and tonight we're starting with the elders who helped guide us, shape us, protect us, hold us. And I know that a lot of folks are dealing with access issues, so we're going to be moving the mic down. But we're going to start with the First Peoples, with our sister, with our warrior, with our amazing Ohlone Indigenous Resistance warrior for land, ancestors, and Mama Earth, Corrina Gould!
Oh, wow. Adrian, say something about Man, if you guys don't know Corrina, and I hope she can also share some words. Yes, Corrina Gould has not only been with us, helped us, guide us, but she also does amazing work in the community, from the shell mounds, also with my brother Luta, from sacred sites, also every Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, at the Shelma in Emerville, that you better know that there's a process right after Thanksgiving. But again, and I could go on, the amazing work. She's always, I always hear her, you know, in the city, Berkeley City Hall, working against the Shelmas recently. And I know my Lisa has more to add. The amazing work. I just want to recognize all the badass work that Corrina's doing.
Exactly. I just want to say, because I'd like Corrina to speak for herself, but if people don't know the frontline warriorship that she holds, you know, to actually honor our ancestors, to really live the liberation, and to never look away when our ancestors and our land are being desecrated, when our water is being poisoned, to always show up. And also similarly, to act as a guide, a spiritual guide, a friend, a sister to us. In our Elephant Council at Poor Magazine, which is the way that we never call the people who would test, arrest, and incarcerate us. It's the way we keep our no pro-life calls mandate going. And truly, with her levity, with her beautiful spirit and her prayer, we couldn't do Homefulness. So thank you.
Oh, this is a word.
Give it up, give it up! I just want to say that I'm really honored and touched and blessed to be a part of this, a part of CORE and this dream, and to see this dream come to reality. I think that one of the things I want to say is, like, I'm really humbled by the words that folks talk about the work that I do. And I think that what's interesting is that all of us in this room, I think, actually do the work. And sometimes we're not recognized for the work that we do. And sometimes some of us are recognized too much. And I really appreciate this, but I want to let you know that I think that the way that I really learned to see CORE Magazine and the work that was being done was that I know our lives crossed before, but when we were at Segurite, when we reoccupied our territory in 2011 for 109 days, when we took that land back, Tiny and Mutiago and people from CORE came up, and they not only came in as folks that came and did interviews, but they came in prayer with us, and they came in ceremony with us, and they came and danced for our ancestors on that land. And for me, that created something that Fui always talks about. It created this va, and this va means that this relationship that is back and forth, that we create these things that is not new, but is something that our ancestors have always done for thousands of years. We created a community, but we created reciprocity. We created a way that we are supposed to be with each other as human beings again. And so it's not only my honor to be working with all of you good folks, it's my responsibility as well to give back to people that are doing exactly what we talk about all the time. We talk about decolonizing our minds and that the world cannot be owned, the land cannot be owned. When did we begin to buy in to the idea that we have to pay rent, that we have to pay for water, that we have to pay for food, that these are things that we should always have. And as we continue to work towards liberation and working towards dropping these chains, then I will continue to work with Poor Magazine and Decolonize for the rest of my life. Oh, thank you.
All right, the next woman. You know, this lady has brought me back to my roots because my father was associated with the Black Panthers. So when I saw Auntie Frances doing her breakfast program, I was like, holy cow, I'm back at my childhood. You know, I mean, we have so much in common. And we even share the last name more. So give it up for Auntie Frances, Black Panther poet, breakfast healer. Give it up, come on.
Thank you. Thank you, my goodness. Wow, you know, it took me about 50 years or 55 years to even get any type of acknowledgement. Academia was not my thing. I'm self-taught and
Poverty scholar!
oh, but I'm a poverty scholar. Yeah. Truly. And it was a blessing that our paths, Poor Magazine, Homefulness, and myself, and the Self-Help Hunger Program, we came together like magnets, and it was a given, and I really appreciate this award, and it's something that, I mean, someone asked me, well, what do you do? Can you show us how you do it? No, I can't tell, well, can you tell us how you do it? I can't tell you how you do it, I just do it. So it was actually just a random act of kindness, and this is what I've been doing ever since I was 8 years old. I mean, on my way here, we passed by the Open Door Mission, and that was the beginning of becoming a servant of the people. And it's something that I do naturally, and gives me joy. Thank you so much.
This next award winner, I don't know, I have to say something. Incarcerated for crimes of poverty, that's being homeless, born on welfare in this capitalist society. But I wouldn't have gotten out of the cracks without Osha Neuman and his band. I talk about it in my book that there were 3 interventions, 3 things that happened to me because being incarcerated for 3 months in hard time for the act of sleeping in your car because you had no roof, being on the street and trying to survive and as a vendedora with my mama like a lot of poor families do all over the world, and being criminalized for that over and over again can step you down so that you don't have the energy. It's not funny. Orange is not the new black, and it's not a fetishized Hollywood dream or nightmare. But one of the first things that literally saved me, was my mama getting on the phone and not stopping, because a lot of us mamas are resource queens, until she found the amazing Osha Neuman, who said to me for the first time ever, what can you do? And when I told him right, he said, then that's what you'll do. Where's his thing? Okay, you have to hold your thing. Oh wait, there's a special story. Can I out you, Diallo?
Yes.
His beautiful, amazing stepson, Diallo, son of Arisika, who's also part of the family, laid out these beautiful awards, but they're also the art of Asian Robles, an amazing artist. And I want to give it up for him. That's also the cover art of the new People's Textbook, Poverty Scholarship, that's coming out next year. But that said, for whatever reason, maybe because of his great love for his stepfather, he didn't bring the blue all the way up, and he forgot to write what he was on the bottom, even though I said it. So I figured we and him talked. I was like, Osha's gonna like it even better if I bust out the Sharpie and write it by hand.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Diallo, my son. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really honored to be here. You know, the white guy from privilege, and who's had the privilege of being able to give something to people who could use it. And what that has given me is a way to get to know and to be with people whom I deeply love, and whose courage and strength inspires me, especially these days. And I may die with Trump as president. It's possible. It's possible, but I'm living, I think, to see a movement led by women and people of color that really can make a difference. For that,
This incredible person, I've been following her all through the country. First, New Haven. She was in New Haven way before me, where I went to school in New Haven. And when I moved to Bay Area in San Francisco, she was here. Give it up for Kizu.
I thank you so much, Tiny, Leroy, all of you who are here. This is such an honor, and it's just wonderful to just be here among you and with you, because I haven't been able to get out much lately, and I can't transfer anymore, so that makes it real problematic for me to go places. But I'm just so delighted to be here. And one of the things I just want to say is that, please, don't be depressed by this idiot in the White House. Okay? Please. Because, like George Jackson said a long, long time ago, fascism has temporarily succeeded under the guise of reform. Well, the shit is blatant now. I mean, you can't, it's made our jobs as revolutionary journalists, it's made our jobs easy. Because it's not hard to convince people that fascism is here anymore. And that these idiots in the White House are racist, fascist, sexist, homophobic and all that. And psycho. So we know what we have to do. And I'm so excited. I'm 77, looking at 78 in a few months, and I'm telling you, I am so happy, finally, to see people rising up together. The diverse crowd here is just an omen, a wonderful omen for our future. Because we know that we have to come together. We have to be together as a united front and a united people to overcome this horrible neoliberal fascist government. So power to the people, let's do it, and that's it. Yeah.
one of the ways that we actually walk the talk at Poor Magazine is we practice eldership. And not just a word, not just a cute idea, but actually honoring our elders, learning from them, having the blessing of their scholarship, having them being part of the lives of our young people, and not letting them get caught in this ageist separatist nation or the separation nation that is so important to consumerism and capitalism success. And so when we have beautiful elders like Kilu and Francis and Osha and our next honoree, who Uncle Leroy is gonna talk about, that's how we learn, right? And that's how we change.
So this next person is not a person. She is the world. Mesha has started so much thinking and knowledge around police brutality, people with disabilities. Poor Magazine and Mesha go way back, you know, and now, you know, being older and having a disability, we don't see each other as much, but we still love each other. Mesha.
Only have one short voice, but thanks to Poor Magazine for the past 15 years now, 16 years, I got 9 voices. I got 99 voices. I got million voices. Because you all got voice that goes so much further. I heard someone say, I think the gentleman here, maybe I'll die before Trump is out. We can't think like that. Although I can relate, but I can say, I'm not going to die until the father mother implodes. Because it's going to implode. You cannot get to that level of psychosis without boiling from inside. It's going to be not a very toxic, but a spontaneous combustion, and we're going to be here to see it. Okay? And the reason why we have a voice is that we are the last resort, but we are the most powerful resort. When the ACLU said, no, I ain't going to work with this one. When the NGO of the day said, no, there's no money in this cause. Aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Okay? When someone is mentally differently able, my husband, yeah, this lesbian is married, thank you very much. My beautiful husband, Emilio, and I, when the guy is howling at the corner of 3rd and Carroll in the middle of the rain at 2 in the morning, we don't call the police. We bring a tarp and a blanket, a cup of hot chocolate, and a pack of smokes. Because aquí estamos y no nos vamos. We're not going nowhere.
And again, it's a blessing, you know, to have all these elders help us, guide us through. You know, I'm going to be presenting this elder, which again, you know, when I first heard this elder, it was like hearing poetry mixed with salsa, with merengue, with bachata. And you guys want to know, and I hope too, you know, when I think about a bacha, I always think about music of the world, Viva Cuba y lo que sea. Again, I also want to say I hope that everybody brought their dancing shoes, because we're about to get down to the dance floor. But for now, we're going to have a bacha, which is a great poet, a jazz musician.
Thank you. 21 years. Consistency is a real gift. And a lot of folks talk a lot of smoke and they don't follow through. So give them a big hand for being consistent. You know,
I am real grateful for a lot of things. I'm really helped by my kind brother over here. We look a little bit different, but Poppy got around. You know how some of these guys are. And so my brother Jose is going to help me with some of this stuff here. You know, people play a lot of games. I am not against academia. I'm a cleaned up dope fiend and a drunk who got her head together. 46 years clean time and went back to school. Got 4.0 average, carrying 24 units per semester. Everybody out there acting a fool is not dumb. And it took me acting a fool to finally learn that I was not dumb. Yes. So any of you holding yourself short, you know, it is cold out there and the folks are waiting for you to act stupid. And like the sister said over here earlier, you know, these idiots, these creatures that have now got your government going. Well, don't these people talking about they want to, what do you call it, impeach him. You don't want to do that because the one that's under him is worse. So if you want to, I hate to say negative stuff here, but if you want to all say a prayer that they both die peacefully in their sleep at the same time. You know? But anyway, I've got 3 poems that I'm going to do. I'm really grateful to be here, but I really want to say that for a lot of us that come up on the wild side and act stupid, you don't have to go out that way. There's nothing wrong with academia. It's how you use it rather than it using you. You know? And if you got a brain, let it shine. It takes too much work to be done. So with that, 3 poems here. 1, the street kids. I've been a musician most of my life since I was 4. I was a professional since I was 14, and every place I go in the world, not just this country, but there's some corner that street kids hang out. 9, 10, 11-year-old kids are out there 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning when we come in from our gigs. And they're hungry. And hungry people are dangerous. And so when I was living not too far from here, I wrote a love poem to some of these kids because I was afraid they were going to knock me upside my head to take all my equipment, because I come home with thousands of dollars worth of musical equipment. I wrote them a love poem, didn't think it was going to go any further, and the next thing I know, I gave each one of them one. It got published in all the street papers. It got published all over the place. I got off the bar downtown San Francisco, and this little chubby Chinese girl threw her arms around me and says, "Grandma!" I said, ooh. I thought she had lost her mind, but she read me a poem off the top of her head. I wrote it, I don't memorize it. And she knew the English, she knew the Spanglish, she knew the Spanish. And those kids became my greatest protector for the rest of the time that I was there. All you have to do is say, hello, I love you. You don't have to take them home. It works miracles. So it's in Spanglish, but you'll get the message. So where is Jose? Where art thou? Aha. This poem is called Street Children of the Night, para los chiquititos de la noche en cualquier lugar. Black and brown children of the night, que ya no saben nada de jugar, mis niñitos de la calle. Queridos morenitos whose ideas of having fun got swallowed by the darkness. If I could, I would wrap you in sunshine. I would hold you close and fold you in these arms and caress whatever's left of the child in you with lullabies. I would like to cover every inch of you with home-cooked self-esteem en vez de deseo vacante. I want to fill the hole that hurt Doug. Take my hand, and I'd swim defiantly through the fires of hell for you and with you through the movement and disrespect. I'm a hard-headed kind of lady, and I just can't see myself giving up on you. Somos lo que somos, you and I, y para nosotros somos todo lo que hay. We've been fused together by history, por lo bonito, los sueños robados, locked spiritually in the maze of our destiny. Oye, mis negritos, mis pequeños callejeros, los necesito. The truth is, I know I need you, y yo sin ti soy nada. And if I had a chance, I refuse to turn you loose till you were so in love with yourself that self-destruction would disintegrate under the pressure of your presence. And you were so secure in my love for you and so sure the splendor you had become that even the sun would lay aside its arrogance just to get a chance to reflect the brilliance of your essence and bask in the bold truth of your integrity en ti. Viva la verdad real y yo sin ti no existe ni un sendero de la esperanza o say can they see you, my beautiful wild lotus flowers. If I could, I'd bathe you in a sea of rose water. I'd convert your waves of pain into an ocean of pride and faith. Yo te pido, dame un chance, please, please, please let me in. I promise to do the very best I can, even if I have to wake the dead and conjure up our ancestors' breath. I'm not too proud to act a fool, get down on my knees and holler and scream and beg all the spirits of goodness to intervene, to blow away the fog of dismay and distrust by santificar tus lágrimas, ay Dios, para santificar tus lágrimas, and dissipate the rage burning behind your eyes so together we could wash away the centuries of emasculating doubt and defeminizing lies, and have a little fun and learn to play a brand new game called demolishing walls of self-hate. Children of the night, mis niñitos de la calle, I want the stubbornness of my love to help you twiddle all the lights inside your soul. Tú eres mi sangre. I will not let the streets of any city steal you. You like a lotus blossom in the night, mis queriditas, alma de mi existencia. I will not allow the streets of any city, I said, to steal you. Mis queriditas, alma de mi existencia. I will not let the cesspool of Fulinga make a fast food happy meal of your dreams. Chiquito de la esquina, you are our only wealth. You are the most beautiful part of me, and I'm not too proud to let you go. I will not permit the hungry stupidity of greed to feed you to the streets without putting up a fight. Amorcito, pedido de la noche, if I could, I would pave your path with sawdust and massage your mind with a steady diet of just how important you are. Make sure you know you're too damn important to let the world just throw you away. It's my job to remind you on a daily basis this crazy old lady is here to stay. I'm still here, staying and praying and praying and staying and staying and praying and praying and praying and praying and praying and praying you let me in. Mi cielito negrito de la calle, negrito de la noche, I'm talking to you. Can you even hear me? It's our tomorrows that you're throwing away. Chiquito niño, mis queriditos, queridito niño de la calle, I'm still waiting. A stubborn old lady with a heart full of love, standing in the shadows and waiting for you, and waiting on who you could be. Finally, waiting for you to finally see me, waiting to wrap you in a blanket of sunshine. Jose Cuellar, and that's in my book, Every Step I Take, if anybody's interested. Now, you know, another thing I really love that these people, these creatures especially, I mean, we've heard the thing about all Mexicans now are criminals and rapists and what have you, and they want to send everybody across the border when they're living in stolen Mexico, but stolen Indian land and stolen people that are working the lands. But it's a whole other thing. Hating Mexicans while they have taco juice dripping all down their face. Hating Mexicans in English only when they're living in San Francisco, San Leandro, Sacramento, you know, and on and on and on and on and on. So I had to write something. This one is called Aquí no tenemos tamales, or we don't have any tamales here. The Roadkill Cafe is alive and well and open for business in just about any city USA, offering a whole new menu complete with lifeless, spiceless, unrefined brainlessness, and FDA-approved organic GMOs, guaranteed to be completely devoid of any recognizable semblance of natural ingredients. Scientifically approved foods absolutely untouched by human hands and assembled mechanically in quietly converted astro-crop fields. Fields cleansed of undocumented farm workers, the Roadkill Cafe offers the ideal meaningless meal for those whose intelligence has been devoured by greed and no longer have time to deal with the trivia of anything real. The Roadkill Cafe is now serving the newest of fast food for the racially untainted, pure at heart, speaking English only in classrooms and centers of higher learning reserved for the few remaining unmixed purebloods who will swallow anything as long as their financial stomachs stay full. intellectually bankrupt intellectuals who could care less about what's in their food as long as no unwanted aliens are picking and packing it. Hey, there's a brand new entree or two on the menu. Ignorance a la carte. SB 1070 and HB 2281. Estupideces saboreadas de la bobería. 2 more tasteless items for those who've lost their taste. Yours on the luncheon special at the Roadkill Cafe. No tamales, no enchiladas, not even a taco ni un orocillo de salsa picante. The doors are always open at the Roadkill Cafe. Today in Arizona, mañana in any city, USA. And you know, one of the greatest mistakes, people just think it's Arizona. All those books are coming out of Texas who did it very quietly before you even heard about Arizona. And this is some serious stuff that's going down. Anyway, let's go. This last one I did, I knew what was going to happen. In fact, I knew it was going to happen before they had the election. I knew when they brought in Obama that they were opening the door for you-know-who, one of the clones to come in. And I kept saying, you know, you're just a paranoid old lady. This is not going to happen. It can't happen. You know, I was praying that I was wrong. And I woke up on the 9th, and what did I hear? So I wrote this. Now you're going to have to help me at the end of it. The title is, I Know We Can. Can you say that? I know we can. You sound really weak. Can you say it? I know we can. Okay, in a minute I want you to help me. Well, Jose, where art thou? Okay. We have been here before. We've sang in the face of the Klan and danced with feet all bloody on the docks of slave ships, on the decks of slave ships, beneath the decks of slave ships on the longest walk, on freedom marches in jail cells and concentration camps, ghettos that we're supposed to call home. We know this place. The concrete jungles, the reservations, a curse of and by the uncivilized who have forgotten the healing beauty of grass and trees, and the gift of clean water to drink, and have lost their ability to love. We are familiar with the senseless mayhem of perpetual war, the addictive lust for power, the intoxication of bloodlust, and those who prefer the inhumane sacrifice of their souls as they try to steal ours. Yes, we have been here before. We know the hanging tree, the rope, the rape of our bodies, our children, the theft of our songs, and the slime of misogyny. We've swam through that slime. We've been here. We know racism, greed, and stupidity have no conscience. And it's only a matter of time before the insatiable self-destruct, before they devour each other. We've been through it all before, and we can get through it all again. We just have to be careful, very, 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 very careful. The madness of this narcotic is contagious. I say the madness of this narcotic is contagious. We must not get drunk on the stench of this poison. We have too much work to do. We must turn this suicidal drug into fertilizer and let our tears fall down on deserts, glaciers, and jungles, and run down the faces of good-hearted people everywhere. I cry and 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 I cry, and my tears come down like a waterfall, an unending waterfall for all the victims of civilization. We have been here before, and together we can heal. I know we can. Come on. I know we can. Can say again, I know we can. I know we can. Again, I know we can. I know we can. Thank you. If anybody's interested, I do have books, and also we do a poetry series at the Cesar Chavez Library. The fourth Saturday of the month. It's always bilingual. It's not just Spanish, English, it's bilingual. There's always going to be one person on the bill that speaks another language. So please get flyers and come and support. I'm sitting right here, and I've got books. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say that First of all, it's our honor to honor our elders. I want to say that again. To honor warriors like Avotcja, like Osha, like Corrina, like Mesha and Kilu. These are the people that teach us, that hold us. Francis, and so many more, like Uncle Bruce, like Kathy, like Iris Canada. I just want to hold that space to really, when we talk about eldership, we're talking about love, we're talking about respect, we're talking about resisting the separation nation. There's another elder who couldn't make it tonight, Jean Ishibashi, who I just am metaphorically giving this award. I don't know if any of her students are in the audience, but Jean Ishibashi is another leader who helps sit in circle with us in our Elephant Council, our Family Council, the spaces and places where we hold each other accountable. I know people call it restorative justice, and that sounds nice. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I know that I'm accountable to my brothers and sisters, and that I hold each other with respect and love the way our ancestors did. And that's what elders like Corrina and Francis and Jean and Mesha and so many more help us do. So all that to say, we're at this turning point in the night, so don't go because your dancing shoes are starting to move, because I'm feeling another elder who's kept me alive and dancing forever, Dr.